Hello. Awesome. Cool. That they changed the music for StreamYard. That was cute. All right. Do you guys hear an echo for me?
No.
Okay. I heard an echo. That's why
We're good.
All right. So, welcome guys.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, likewise.
I actually hear an echo, so I'm going to leave and come back. You guys
Okay, do it.
stick
You
around.
pop out and then we'll say hi.
Cool. Yeah, I'll jump in real quick. Hey, I'm Jordan. You might have seen my live stream last week, but I'm a developer relations engineer here at Block, and I'm joined here with Andrew. Andrew, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Andrew. I'm DevRel as well, but I don't work at Block. I work at Linear B. I'm also the host of Dev Interrupted, where we talk with software engineering leaders. I'm here as a guest on the show. Super stoked to be here. Love vibe coding with my friend Rizel, who was also on Dev Interrupted last week. So be sure to check out that episode.
Awesome. I'm back, guys. I figured out the echo. I had it open 2 tabs.
We love that.
Nice.
It's like the DevRel curse. The DevRel curse, Rizel.
Yes,
it's like
we
you get 3 DevRels on a live stream. I'm surprised we haven't been struck by lightning, but let's go.
Right. Well, okay. For folks who are tuning in, we're normally doing the Great Goose Off, where people like go against each other and build something crazy. We're still going to build something crazy, y'all, but we're going to do it more in a collaborative, like round robin style. So I'm going to start off. I'll do about 7 minutes of like creating something, and then Andrew will pick it up, and then Jordan, and we'll just go from there. I think it's going to be super duper fun. The thing why we were taking so long is we were trying to decide what will we be building, and we decided, you know what, why don't we ask Goose what we're going to build. We do know we want to build some type of game, but we're going to basically prompt Goose and have it like interact with us or help us brainstorm, and then we'll jump straight in. So I think I'm going to use the 7 minutes or do you guys want to collectively agree on a game, or do you guys you'll just let me decide?
Well, if I remember, our premise is that we have like a browser web arcade that we want to build, the 3 of us, right? And so we want to task Goose with actually doing the heavy lifting. I would be curious before we did tee it off to see what kind of games Goose would recommend for a classic like browser game library. But Jordan, what do you think?
All I would say is like maybe we can also like prompt Goose to think that it's like a little bit of an unhinged like TPM for our team that's like helping us come up with this project, just to see if we can kind of prompt in some a little bit of like chaotic good.
Turn up the temperature.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I love that. Okay. Well, Rizel, why don't you kick us off with a brainstorming sesh with our unhinged browser video game designer?
Awesome. I'm going to tell Goose, you are a technical product manager. We are starting a web browser game company, and we need you to help us brainstorm the best ideas ever. I'm trying to see. Make it crazy, but also addictive. Give us, don't implement anything yet. Hold on, Goose. Yet. Just give us a list of ideas. And I guess I could put it in chat mode for this, but I'm going to leave it in autonomous mode because maybe we'll pull from, I don't know, the web or something. I don't know. Life leak. Okay.
Let's see. So we have some reality bending concepts for crazy addictive web browser games. Let's see here.
Temporal tabs. Did it take Did it take the browser part a little too literally?
It took it a little too literally. We also didn't start out the gate by explaining it what its bounds are. So maybe we should clearly explain that it's designing web games with a web framework. So the game ideas it should propose should be something it can implement. I think that's important because I noticed one of the suggestions it said was like opens a portal on your desktop that monsters come out on your desktop for. And as cool as that sounds, Mr. Unhinged Goose game designer, I'm not sure how we build that.
Right. Okay. I made it bigger also. I saw the comment. These games should be web games with using, I think I just want to use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, guys, because I have this deployed on GitHub pages just as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But if you guys
that. Just make it simple.
Yeah, I'd say definitely let's keep it simple. And then
that's key.
Maybe at some point later we'll get crazy and we'll actually like implement WebSockets and stuff.
Right.
And maybe it'll be a real time.
That'd be real crazy. You know.
Yeah.
let's start with like the real basics. I want this in like vanilla JavaScript.
Yeah. These should be something you can actually implement. All right. Come on, Goose. Give us better ideas than portals. All right, let's see. High addiction. Tab type. Why is it we're doing these tabs? All right. Pixel plague. Start with one pixel, infecting neighboring pixels by clicking. Exponential growth and time pressure and leaderboards. Notification ninja. Trust chain. Players form chains by trusting each other with virtual currency. Speed debate. Oh, puzzles. That's what
puzzles.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we go.
100. Whoa.
Regex Racer could be kind of fun. What if it was a game? It's almost like a typing game, but you're trying to type regex and trying to match regex.
Oh, I like that, Jordan. How do you feel?
That sounds good. Another idea that just popped in my head. Although the regex one is really good now that we're kind of getting into something more tangible. I was also thinking like maybe we could do like simple games, but where each time you beat a level, it transitions to another game on a harder level or whatever. So like it could like start out with Tetris, and then like when you like get your first Tetris break, it switches to a game of Snake, and the snake is at whatever length it's at. It like picks up whatever the munchies are or whatever, switches to chess, and when you take a piece, it switches back to Tetris where you were or whatever, and maybe just kind of like cycles through those games. Just because I know that Goose is like good at building out those types of games, but we also want to keep it a little bit more interesting. So maybe that could be a fun take. But I apologize. That idea popped in my head right as the regex editor thing got mentioned. So I don't want to steamroll whatever that idea. So that also could be one of the games, I suppose. But
yeah, we can do a regex typing game. I know it sounds complicated, but we could do it. Goose can do it. Right?
Yeah, we can break this down into pieces. It does sound complicated,
exactly.
But we could break that down into pieces and figure out how to build that. Maybe though, if we start with regex as something it could do in vanilla JavaScript, and it could do maybe kind of quickly.
Yeah,
I think like getting one proof of concept game in our unhinged game library collection is a good start.
Totally. No, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, let's do these 3 games. We'll start with regex typing game, and then move forward. All right, I'm gonna hit 7 minutes on my clock because we did enough brainstorming. Nobody want to see us brainstorm. They want to see us code. So I'm gonna also, y'all, we're gonna push this up to a repository that's already live, and let me give you all the link. It is Black Girl Bites. Vibe with us. I'll put it up on the screen, and then I'll also put it in the chat. Here we go. So it's right now, it's just this blank comments. Oops, wrong place. Right now, it's just this blank Hello World application. And let me start prompting it. Okay, so I think I'm going to say, let's build a regex typing game. Make sure we're using HTML. I need the 7 minutes on the clock. Time counter.
While you're typing this up, I'm actually quite afraid that the first one we're doing is the regex game because I'm terrible at regex and I'm going to fail this game miserably. So
It'll be a
don't
great
mind me
learning,
when.
great regex learning game. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there really is any learning regex. It makes no sense.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't even need to really know regex to have it though. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna put 7 minutes on the clock and I'm gonna build it right now. All right. Let's build a regex typing game. This should be teaching kids about regex as well. Make sure we're using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And the way I'm imagining it is like regex is falling out the sky, and have regex falling out the sky as the user types the characters. Okay, let's see what happens. And then once the 7 minutes is over, I'll pass it to Andrew. Cool. Let's see.
Okay, so it's kicking us off by doing what? Let's see here.
Oh, yeah. Right now, we're looking at the tool details. It gave us a little explanation that it's creating a new environmental build, or to build an environmental regex typing game. And I guess it's just creating the environment. Oh, I might be using container.
Oh, you're making this in Python.
Even though I said use HTML.
Well, it could write it in HTML. Did you specify JavaScript?
Yes, I did. I think it's because I have the container use MCP server now.
Oh, so this is interesting. So then it just immediately says I need to throw together a container.
Let's keep it simple and start the project.
Yeah, let's keep it simple and start with the project in Docker. Exactly.
I always keep it simple.
And now I'm kind of curious what stack it's going to use to build an educational browser game in Python.
Yeah,
it's gonna do REST.
I guess it's just going to build a REST server to serve its own HTTP page, and then it's going to just then write JavaScript. So it's gonna write its own web server to do this.
Let me make sure I have Docker desktop running before this repo comes my way.
Oh yeah, now I have to get Docker ready.
I hope
not. So funny.
I think it's just a isolated container on my computer, and then I can just push up like the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript separately.
It's all good. I mean,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It looks like it made some HTML right here. I kind of want to see what it's giving us. So I'm gonna. Did it change this index page? No, it didn't. I'm gonna just open it in my my Finder. So redesign, because I'm impatient. I want to see.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be in the web yet because I don't think you've pushed.
Oh yeah.
So I guess you need to run it locally, and we need to see.
Oh my god.
It's still going.
I know. I'm gonna turn off container use after this, but this is also. So the idea for folks who don't know about container use MCP server, the idea is that like you can have this MCP server running and it'll like create your index HTML, like all your files in this particular container. And it's supposed to make an isolated environment so you can like sandbox things. So like if you're like, oh, maybe I want to see what it looks like red versus I want to see what it looks like green, you can essentially have it in like both different environments and not like have any conflicts with each other. I don't want to. I think I'm going to stop it. Do you guys think I should do that?
Maybe. I think it's kind of going down a rabbit hole because it's now it's serving the web server. That was dramatic. It's like
all right. I've gone ahead and deployed to Netlify. This app is ready to go. We've shipped it.
Literally.
Congratulations.
We don't need all that.
Okay. So what did we learn, and how can we prompt it better in the next go?
What we learned is that turn off your extensions that you don't need and leave on just the developer extension.
Less tools. That's important because the agents can get confused if you overwhelm them with tools.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you guys want to take a turn? Like my 7 minutes should be over. Do you guys want to take?
I'm kind of curious to see, Jordan, if you have an idea for how you want to run with what you were talking about a minute ago.
Sure. Yeah. So let me. I need to add my screen to this.
Yes, exactly. In the comments. That's exactly right.
applied the first 3 rounds of each.
Yeah, it's already at Y Combinator. It's
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool.
It's
Here's
in
my screen.
stealth.
Also, I love in the new Goose UI just like how much it just shoves your own metrics into your face. I don't know if you should feel bad or proud. Rizel, I saw you had 2,000 sessions. That's amazing.
Embarrassing.
No, that's awesome.
That's
2001 after you cloned the GitHub repo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was gonna comment on that. You should say that again, Andrew. That was so funny.
I'm not gonna out Rizel as having cloned the repo from GitHub.
Oh, guys.
Using Goose beforehand.
Guys, before I cloned the repo, instead of me just literally typing git clone, I was like, please clone this for me.
Jordan and I were cracking up at that. That was really funny. Okay, so what are you doing here? So Goose,
I'm kind of just going to outlay the Goose, like, okay, kind of here's what's going on. We have a blank project. The idea for the app that we want to build is a web-based game. Currently, let's say just only built in CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. We want the game to eventually be a progressive game where beating one level takes you to the next level. But that I just described how games work. I realized I meant to say like beating one level takes you to the next level of a different
I don't think
game.
any amount of detail is excessive here.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, and then so thinking the first game will be a regex typing puzzle.
Perfect.
The second game could be Tetris. The third game, Snake, etc. So the other thing that I like to do, and I think this will be really helpful since we're all going to be cloning this project and kind of building off of it, is the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to ask Goose to write out our project plan as like phases and put that into a markdown file, just so that we have like a less ephemeral state of what's going on here, so that when you clone your Goose, we're not going to have to spend so much time retyping like, hey Goose, here's the idea, take a look at the code, whatever.
Yes, please. Yes.
So yeah. So we want this to be, or actually I should say, feel free to take unhinged creative liberties. And if you can first start by breaking down this project into implementation, I can't spell, whatever, Goose will figure it out.
Goose knows.
Yep, implementation phases in a markdown file, and then we can get started on building it. Okay, so I'm going to send Goose on that. I'm going to create a new branch here.
Look at you. I'm not going to I'm merging.
Wow, he's making a branch live.
Right?
Not
asking.
I know. I know. If I was more of a Goose power user, I would have asked Goose to make the branch.
You're a Goose power user.
This is going to be me in 10 years, like shaking my fist at the new age of programmers when I'm like, back in my day, we used to write Git commands on the CLI ourselves.
That's great. No, and writing the spec out is so key. I'm so glad that you did that.
And that's true. We did talk about doing that in the beginning, and I'm kind of just like a head first person.
I love that. You have that. I like the ideation round. When you're just figuring out what you want to do, you don't have to write a spec yet. But now we know what we want to do. So the spec is definitely what we need.
I'm excited to see.
I know, me too. So what's it doing here? It's not spinning up a container, is it?
It's not. It's just thinking. Sometimes I might have to restart Goose. Sometimes my internal version of Goose gets a little bit.
He's thinking too hard.
Yeah, a little bit caught up, and it doesn't give me like good output for what it's doing. So I might just
he's just in the flow,
We'll give this another like 5 to 10 seconds, and then if it
it's doing something.
It's writing. There we go. It's
doing an epic aggressive web game. Okay, so it's stoked just like we are. That's a win.
Okay. And so we have.
Okay, here we go. So this is the spec.
let's see, we can make this look pretty instead of, yeah, okay. So vibe with us. Project Vision, a mind-bending progressive web game where each level is completely different game genre, creating an epic journey through gaming history mechanics. Progressive difficulty, each game gets progressively more challenging. Genre diversity. Okay, so let's look at the implementation phase. So phase 0, duration 1 to 2 days. I love that. Okay, really quick. Goose does this where it bases how long something's going to take to build off of like how long it takes my puny human brain and inability to like program things. And Goose is just being so generous. It's like, no, buddy, we're going to do this in like less than 30 minutes. And I need you to understand that this is not a 2-week project. Okay. So yeah. So it's kind of laying out like what the, I guess, like overall architecture is going to look like of just like how file systems are going to be broken up. And then the first phase is going to be doing the regex typing puzzle. So maybe what I will do, I don't know if we already started the 7-minute timer, but maybe I will do phase 0 and phase 1 here and kind of see where that gets. And then maybe I'll pass it off to Andrew by pushing up or whatever.
I like that.
That sounds good.
Go for it.
I also, thinking about it, I don't know why I made a branch. I really don't need to do that. So we're just going to go.
You're a good engineer. That's why.
But not, it's not good for how this project is going to work. So, okay, so let's see. Yep. So yeah, basically Goose has come back, says I wrote up a thing. Plan is broken to 7 implementation phases. Yeah, I'm totally ready to start building. Yes, let's build out phase 0. Man, I'm just fat fingering like every character on my keyboard right now. It's fine.
That's okay. That's how live streaming is. I think,
and Goose is really good at figuring it out. So
yeah. And
sorry,
people,
what did you say, Rizel?
Oh, I was saying 1, could you zoom in? And 2, people are suggesting, they're just throwing out ideas. Aaron said, should there be a Goose hints file that mentions this markdown file so you don't have to remind Goose? And Max said, remind Goose about a memory, which reminds about a doc with a plan. Just throwing out ideas.
That's a great idea. Good call out for Max in the comments and others. I know Aaron pointed it out too. That's a good call out.
Yeah.
Are you double goosing right now? Is that what's
I'm double goosing. I'm just new boot goosing.
Yeah, I do that too. I do the double goose, or do like the goose, spin up your sub gooses, get a whole flock going.
Sub agents. Let's
Yeah.
go. But wait, what's you guys' reason? Is it like impatience, or is it like you want it to?
Why I separate? Well, within a folder, sometimes what I like to do is create subfolders for different parts of the project. Like have a folder for the specs, have a subfolder for like the front and the back, and then you put a sub agent in each of those folders, and you don't have to worry as much about collisions, and they have like domain. I find that to be useful.
Yeah, I think so too.
It looks like it changed the index.ht. Ooh.
Hey.
All right, we're getting fancy.
Oh,
this actually looks pretty sick already.
Wait, what is that? So
zoom in, I can't see.
Also, I feel like I can't see what's going on that.
Yeah.
There's nothing really on it right now. It's just
I low-key feel like Goose can see you. That is literally the color of your background.
That's true.
I'm gonna unplug my internet and move into the forest and never be contactable again. That's I don't want to think that that's what's happening.
That's incredible. Goose is watching this live stream, being like, "These friends."
Okay, so I think it was called out, but yeah. In the meantime, while this is cooking over here, I just spun up another Goose session to go make that .goose hints file because I think that was a good idea. And so we can see we have .goose hints. I kind of threw in some information in there. I'm going to trust, we're probably going to have to like iteratively update this information as the project changes. But for now, it mostly just kind of grabbed the information from our project plan.md and kind of just put it in there. But hopefully that'll help speed up when Andrew and Rizel pick up this project as I hand off this abomination to them. All right,
gosh. So now I'm going to inherit it. What is it?
Oh boy, now we got animations going. Goose is I love that I didn't even specify at any point like what we wanted this to look like, and I think Goose this is great. This
Goose is
like
locked in on the vibe.
Yeah, Goose is absolutely locked in right now.
This is crazy.
Okay, this is kind of crazy.
Even when I made the like initial repo, it took that vibe with us because all I said is make an index HTML file, and it's really like locking in on the vibe with us section in the initializing game engine.
All right. Well, now the game needs to actually do something.
Yeah, it's thinking. It's going really, really detailed.
So right now it's implementing which part?
I don't. Let's see.
Let's take the project structure still.
Let's open it. Let's open the. What are those?
The little brain collapses.
Yeah.
So,
there we go. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And so what's it doing?
Right now, it's working on.
It's doing local
storage.
Local storage. Okay, we're already shoving stuff into storage, and we don't even know what's going on in the game yet.
What does that say?
It's kind of boiling. It's kind of boiling the. It's kind of boiling the ocean up front. Perhaps we should have. Stressed that we're aiming for an MVP.
That's okay. I have trust. I have trust in this right now.
Even I have trust.
It is programming achievements already. So yeah, we definitely. This is my first time trying to vibe in a game, and I can definitely see that.
I can see the game
boundaries,
game tutorials all over this thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will. So maybe what we'll do here is, I will pass off this code as soon as it finishes. And Andrew, you can take on the regex editor as the first game piece or whatever. Just because maybe your Goose will go a little bit faster than mine right now. I don't know why my Goose is getting clogged up in the in the bowels of the network right now. But
I think you gave it a lot of details, so it wants to check off all the boxes.
That is fair.
I think it's good. I think this is good though. I think it'll give us like basically a fully finished regex thing, and we can move on to like whatever other like game level that we were gonna do, whether it's like Tetris or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe is it?
So not making a particle system for the menu.
Oh my god!
Wow, it is really going for it. I wonder why it was so eager to write so much first.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't expect the like project
scaffolding
structure layout to like go this far. Like I kind of expected it to get to here. Like normally, like when I've like vibed with Goose in the past, like usually it's not as aggressive. So I don't know. Maybe like Goose knows that it's on live stream and is like trying to flex really hard for the viewers to show just how much it can like step ahead. Okay. All right. So
now you're doing placeholder game files. Now let's test out our phase 0 implementation by opening it in a browser. Okay.
Kind of would have expected to see the menu.
Phase 0 complete. Okay, now it's going to show us the structure. Core cyberpunk styling. Okay.
I see, because we made it the spec. So it's really following that.
So it scaffolded out all of the assets. And actually, it seems like a lot of this might combine with other games. Like it maybe made a framework on which it's going to make other games.
Yeah. Ready?
Okay. Easy to add new games, scalable. So it actually, we're kind of not giving it credit for what it did. It actually wrote the arcade.
Yeah.
It wrote the arcade and it made it really modular so that we can plug in games like the one it just made as a placeholder.
I think it's okay that it says initializing game engine. I think you could push that up and then Andrew can take the next. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yes. And so I'm just going to pop this into chat only real quick and send that off. And then
I think it is what Andrew said, where it built out like the entire structure, but it didn't actually build the game yet. Like
it hasn't built the game yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's good.
I just pushed the current code.
You pushed
with a very
it?
professional git commit message of yeet. So Andrew, the code is in your court now.
Is it on main or are you on that branch still?
It's on main. I switched back to main to make it.
Thank you. So I don't have to do that.
I forgot we're all trying to work off one thing here. So I was like,
let me get my screen shared here.
we make everyone review a pull request.
Goose can review it. CJ said, as someone who's late to the stream and also someone that has yet to actually play with Goose, can y'all take a quick minute to give a rundown on how we got to this point? Okay, I'll let Andrew get pull down what he's doing while I talk. Is that cool?
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Basically, how we got to this point is we decided to hop on a live stream, play around with Goose. We're each collaborating. We asked Goose to help us brainstorm what kind of game we should build out because we wanted to build a game together. And Goose gave us a few ideas. We liked this idea of that Goose and Jordan and Andrew came up with together of basically, we build a game that each level it progressively moves on to another game, if that makes any sense. So we're going to start off with like a regex typing game and then move on to like a Tetris game or a snake game or whatever we decide, but we're kind of just letting each person take the wheel and go as crazy as possible.
And then Andrew, while you were pulling this down, I was just looking at the code that I had, and so when I inspect the console on the game right now, there is an error that GameManager.init is not a function. So that might just be an oversight that Goose missed as part of that like setting up.
Okay.
So before, I mean, you can tell it to build the regex thing or whatever, but if it's running into problems, that would be the next step, I would say, is to just be like, hey, I'm getting an error over here. Like, looks like Game Manager isn't initial. And that's probably why it's stuck on this initialized game engine screen. Because I was totally expecting there to be a menu based on the fact that like part of its code stuff it was doing was like building out like a menu to show up and stuff.
Okay. Well, what I asked it to do first is just, take a look around at what we have here. Oh, and then I hit capacity. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
I didn't give you a new... I'll do more API key.
Oh, I think I have... Let me hear. Maybe someone else pull it down and I can get the API key and jump in a second then. If I'm at limit.
I can.
Why don't you try to debug that while I just fix my
cool. And I'll give you some more credits. Oh, sorry, Jordan. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no worries, my bad. Okay. Yeah, so everyone, you probably can't read that because it's super itty bitty. I'm basically just getting this error right here. So I'm just going to take that and pop Goose back into autonomous mode. All right, checking the browser console. I see the error. Cool. And the good news is too, is that since I just committed all of the previous code, that if this prompting doesn't work and Goose ends up breaking our current, like breaking the code further or something, we have committed code that we can revert back to and try a different prompt to try and fix it if this doesn't work out. But I feel pretty confident that Goose will be able to figure out what's happening here. It's usually, Goose is really good at reading error messages and doing something about it. So we'll see where this goes. Keep looking here at
view range.
View range. Looking at those lines.
Very useful descriptive outputs.
Game manager is a class, but we're trying to call init on the class itself instead of the instance. Oh, nice.
Gotcha. Good job, Goose. Thanks.
Good job, Goose.
Happy I don't have to go and debug that myself. Okay, cool. Now we actually get an error page. Which that might be something that Goose implemented to make it easier to see. All right, so let me check out if there's an issue on how Game Manager is being exported. Yeah, I don't know if these view range.
I like the little error thing pop up it made.
Yeah,
it's fancy.
Handy.
Progressive game adventure.
I've never seen it give the lines before of like
Really?
580 to 5.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I'm like, well, have I not been paying attention?
And this is interesting too. It's happily repeating output that it's already specified.
It's a bug.
Do I have like a bunk version of Goose?
It's looping, but that's okay. We can move. Andrew, do you have your?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
We can
I have
move.
it reading the project plan.
Yeah.
Oh.
If anything, Andrew could also fix this. I think.
Yeah, I can try to solve it, but no promises. Let me just
Yeah,
get zoomed
sure.
in so y'all don't. Oh gosh, that's really zoomed in. Okay,
For-
cool. So what I asked it to do was read the project plan that we have so far. I also need to load up it in the browser. So
Get a new session.
and so has it implemented any games yet? I guess I'm still collecting information at this phase of getting handed the project, right? So in the state that you just handed it to me that we have checked in, the current next step is to what from your perspective? Right, the game itself?
I would say, yeah, either, well, the game manager thing probably needs to get fixed first just to make it load and initialize correctly. And then the next step I would say is to implement. You could probably just say implement phase 1 or whatever, just because that's laid out pretty clearly in the markdown doc. So you don't even really need to specify too much more.
Gotcha. Did y'all see what it was trying to do just there? Did you see that? That was so funny.
No, what did it?
It was
do?
like it was trying to run a Python server to spin up the file.
Oh yeah, it always does that. I'm like, girl, I could just open this with index.html.
But is that true? Yeah, I guess so, because it is loading all of the stuff. That is really funny. Okay, so then this is that same error. It's not loading anything in terms of the game manager, but like the game manager is pretty critical to getting games in our arcade, right? So it seems like that's an architectural problem we'll need to look at first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I guess the first thing I would do is, while I pull up the code, is I would also just throw this error at Goose. Right. I kind of just want to get Goose to at least tell me at first what its first reaction is to this bug, and then what I'm also going to do is get it opened up so I can like read what these lines are. So let me see. Where is this stuff in the scripts? Yeah.
I'm also still debugging it over on my side, so if I end up getting a working thing as well, I'll push that up.
Yeah. So the issue's right here on 145. Game manager.init is this not the right file? Oh, it's because it's trying to load that on HTML. Page 145. Hang on. Goose is still thinking, yeah, about what this problem is. It's a real stumper.
Yeah, interesting.
Maybe if in this moment, if it feels stuck, perhaps the good thing to do is to go back to the spec. Maybe the spec is too much and it's getting confused trying to do too much at once. Yeah. That could be like a reason that it's like spinning, thinking really hard. It's probably crunching way too much than it needs to right now. Right. It's like a scope.
Totally. Yeah, that could, if your session ends up struggling to also solve this, that could be the next thing is like, hey Goose, let's like take this like project ID and like pare it down. It doesn't need nearly as many features, doesn't need local storage right now. Like we're just focusing on like getting a game that can start and then
just like the simplest proof of concept to get something up and going. Like I see here that this is the entry point for everything it wrote, it looks like, because this is that HTML page and this is that line where it's trying to call the game manager, which I guess doesn't exist in the way that it's been imported, which I mean makes sense to me. We'd have to rely on one of these, like injecting that into like the global context. I don't really know how this is set up. So that's an interesting problem. Let me brainstorm. Goose is thinking forever.
Yeah, I'm getting close to it fixing on my side. Now when it reloads, it's actually like running through like initializing things. It still ends in an error, but it's progressing further than it was. So I might end up having a fix here in just a moment.
I'm gonna try something different. Do this. Let me think. Hey Goose, read the project plan and then create a new folder called Simple. And inside the Simple folder, create the simplest possible implementation of a browser game in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript using only one script file and no extra functionality except creating the boilerplate. Look at the outer example to see what not to do. It's too complex. And then let's see what it wants to do from there.
Nice. I love the use of the microphone with Goose. I I personally still haven't tried that out yet, but that looks very easy and appealing.
I pretty much, whenever I'm doing this by myself, I do what I just did. I'm like, oh, I'm stuck. I have a problem. Let me zoom out. What's the issue? And then I talk to Goose, or I talk to any kind of agent tool that I use, because it's faster. And I use Mac Whisper in this case. You can see it does the punctuation in the words pretty well, but like you can use it, the built-in one on your Mac. I was doing that for a while. The key is just remove friction between you and the loop. I've noticed that it's like hard to write out exactly what you want. It's not any different than being at your job and trying to explain to a coworker like what you need or what you want. Like it's hard to express yourself sometimes, but the less friction that you have between you and that process, the better.
I like that. I really do like that.
But my Goose is just like in ponder mode today.
Thinking? Yeah.
I know.
What model did you use? You used Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4?
Yeah, I'm on 3.5.
Oh.
I'm on the open router. What?
Try Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4. Maybe it'll be faster. Yeah, wait.
Let's see. This guy?
Yeah, that guy.
All right. Now let me.
Why are you embarrassing us on a live stream?
He's just shy. Let me try again. Okay, this is with the new model.
But I think that was an interesting way to prompt. I think we all prompt differently, because I'm just like, do this. Like I literally give like a one short sentence and then I keep incrementally going on it. But like you use voice dictation. Jordan uses maybe more specs, and the Android, I think you use specs a lot too.
Yeah, I use specs a ton.
I just got it fixed over on my machine.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Why don't you show us? And then I just copy pasted what I put into this over to you in our private chat. And so then you could try that. We could see what Goose would do with it.
Oh yeah.
Since my Goose is shy.
So you can see it like loads up now. And yeah, I don't know. It's got a bunch of stuff here. Coming soon, coming soon. Level select. Whoa. Okay, this doesn't scroll very well, but like, geez, Goose went crazy with this.
This is cute. You already pushed this? I'm ready.
I haven't pushed this yet. It's still Goose looks like it's still wrapping up some other things, but it finally got past that error, which I was very excited to see. And so yeah, so Goose is
So I love this because it like actually painted a whole bunch of stuff on the screen here. You got like glowy text. Definitely understood the assignment.
Yeah. 7 games, 1 epic journey. Okay.
All right. I wonder what happens when I click start game. Does it break? Regex directive? Whoa. Dang, look at this. This is like, it's got a whole new interface here. And okay. Yeah, cool. This game will be implemented in the next phase. So maybe, what is it trying to do here? Actually, let me look.
It's just running the project for you.
Oh, it's
we don't need that.
Come on. I might add that to the Goose hints really quick.
Yeah, I have a Goose hint that says like never run this for me.
Never
run this.
Yeah, the Goose hints are so great. I love using the rule files. I do that a lot too with the specs.
Yeah.
I have both the rule and the hint in the spec.
Yeah. So what do we want to do? Do we want to add Andrew's prompt to this? Also, Andrew, you usually use the CLI. Do you think you'll have a better experience?
That's funny. Let me actually, I could try it in the CLI and see if that works. But it's probably going to get shy there too. Give me 1 second. I'll try.
Yeah. I didn't know if you updated on both sides.
No, I am. I'm updated.
Okay.
I just went ahead and pushed. Oh, I didn't push the Goose hints.
Okay. Maybe I can share next.
Yeah, do it.
And then cool.
Okay. We're just, for anyone that's just joining, we're just out here pushing straight to Maine.
Yep.
And we're new Goose goofing. So
We are definitely goofing.
So I'm gonna, as usual, I am not gonna type this in the terminal. I'm typing it in Google.
Yeah, earlier before the stream started, Rizel was like, "I'm gonna clone the repo," and she asked Goose to clone it, and I was like, "What?"
That was truly, it was truly amazing.
Listen, I'm embracing. Block is trying to make Goose be our only interface or our main interface. I'm embracing it. Okay, so I pulled what we have here, and I want to see. Oh, this is not my local version. I do want to see the local version first, and then I'll try to add to it. Now, hopefully, here we go.
And so yeah, it should hopefully be as easy as saying like, okay, let's implement phase one. Just because I think if looking at the plan.markdown, I think phase one is to just build the regex game. But you can definitely riff off of that, like, you know, whatever feels most comfortable to you.
Let me see what phase one was. Regex typing puzzle. Okay, to create an engaging regex learning game that's actually fun. Okay, story mode. Okay, I think I want to make this a little bit simpler.
For sure. Yeah, I would take like an axe to this. Yeah, take an axe to the spec and just cut off a ton of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because it's good, but I want it to go a little bit faster.
Exactly.
For sure.
So, okay, I'll leave the challenge types. Get this 2 to 3 days out of here. Because maybe it's like really taking it seriously. Like,
no. I know.
You're on my end. Building this too fast. They say it's supposed to take 2 to 3 days. I'm not doing nearly enough.
I'm gonna have it do the email validation first, and I'll go back to these later. Regex players type, regex patterns. Okay, forget about the progressive difficulty for now. And I'll forget about all this. Oop, where did I go? Yeah. I just like to see where it takes me. Okay. Goose. Yeah, where was I? Here we go. Bring this back over. Sorry, I have a lot of windows. This is not where I was. But what I'm going to tell it is I'm basically going to say implement phase one, but let's keep it as simple as possible. Okay, let's implement phase one of our project. It's in the, we don't need to say it's in the project plan. There's a Goose hint for that. But let's keep it as simple as possible. We don't need to do the complicated stuff yet. Yeah, I guess I should use voice dictation. I don't know why I don't. I'm going to try it. We don't need to use the complicated stuff yet. Let's just make the game work. Forget about local storage and any other like additional advanced game mechanics. Did it work? Okay, cool. Oh, I repeated myself. I'm just going to press enter, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more because I know folks will want to see, and I'm going to press send. Come on.
Something I should have done too when finishing phase 0 is I should have told Goose to update the plan to like register that phase 0 is done.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna,
because it's gonna double check to see. Yeah, but that's okay. It'll figure it out pretty quick. But I've noticed that when working with like a long-term project plan, like a markdown file like that, you definitely want to keep it up to date for each new session of Goose.
Good plans. Why is it making a new CSS? It probably didn't even read.
It might need to make a new CSS for the regex page or something, like for what's going to lay out for that would be.
Okay. True. I was thinking we already had it right here, but that's a good point. Let's see. All right, so it did look like it went to. It said, "Let me check what we have in the project plan to understand phase 1." Okay, so it didn't check phase 0 at all.
Classic.
Cool. And it says that we have a good foundation. And now it's writing. What is this? More CSS. I love it. Get really pretty and fancy for me.
That's cute.
Yeah. Okay.
I was able to get my Goose to work in the CLI.
Ooh, okay.
It made a version of Regex Racer if we want to show one game before the end of the thing.
Can I see it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. I think if you hop over. So it finally worked for me in the terminal. After I worked with it there, all I did was have it. I copied in that prompt that I had spoken to it earlier, and then it created that simple folder. This is that new index HTML inside that simple folder. It has the very simplest implementation it could do, and it also wrote a cheat sheet for regex. That's what's open here for those that don't like know it or who are learning it. And my next step would be to actually embed this into the game so that it's like actually in the game. The first iteration of this that I just did, it was for the regex pattern. It was accepting just the word because that's valid regex is to just type in the word, and so you could just type in the word and win. So it just was a traditional typing game. But now I think it should work where it requires. I mean, is this box even selectable? Match a phone number pattern. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. I'm so intimidated already that I don't even want to.
Yeah.
Wait, here's phone number. So there's D, and then we want 3 numbers. Okay, this makes sense.
Yeah. And then do it again. And then 4?
Yes. And then do I need the dashes?
Oh, that part always throws me off. I don't know.
Let's see.
You might.
Oh, it did. No, it said game over, but it turned green.
Oh,
that's
what?
like bad UX. That's classic. Okay, this is great. There's a lot of okay, so immediate thoughts is let's embed this answer stuff into the actual game that we don't get 2 windows. And then let's actually make sure that the matching code works, because I'm pretty sure that's like literally verbatim the answer it gives me here, and it doesn't, and it's not matching. But this is really fun. I'm going to check this in because here's like a basic working example of that regex racer thing. And that came off of that one prompt using the other one as an example. So this is a one-shot prompt with just one follow-up.
Yes. I love it.
It's kind of cool.
Nice.
I love it. Mine's
Let me check it in.
Yeah. Do you want to work off of this?
Do you want to?
Yeah. And it's 2:00. I did not know.
Yeah, they say it depends on how much longer we're going, because this is probably a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Since we got the regex racer.
This is a good stopping point. I think it was good learning for all of us too.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you so much to Andrew and Jordan for hopping on. We kind of did like a little bit of a last minute switch up. I think we did an amazing job just seeing how different, like we all prompted and we ran into different issues. So I hope that was helpful for the audience. Thanks for tuning in as well, everyone. I'll see y'all next time. I don't know if we'll ever do this again. Maybe. I don't know how I'm gonna.
We gotta keep building out our arcade. We learned a lot in this first session, so I think there's only
we should do a part 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Now that we like have our foundation going.
Yeah. All right, y'all. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.